All praises to a higher name, shout. Okay, I'm officially live. Bless be how my soul and all is within me. Bless his holy set apart name. Testing out our new camera. All praise to a higher. Bless his holy set apart name, and I shall be confident. Oh, family, as the video is titled, Testing and Testimony. I definitely have so many praise reports, praise reports to share with you all concerning this blessed week the Father has given us and this beloved day of rest that we now are enjoying. Here, Mom, if you could just have a case of ad or something like that comes on, you can click it. Just click it. All praise and glory and honor to the Most High in the name of Yeshua for another set of birthday. Yes. We give him the glory, the honor, the praise for now, forever, forevermore. Where's the shofar at Zion? Okay. Yes. Hallelujah. He alone is worthy and worthy to be praised. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you, Mom. I didn't want this door to be open too much because of that the noise from cars. That's why I'll open up the blinds a little bit more. Thank you all for tuning in. Happy set apart day, family. We have some beautiful, blessed guests here with us today who has been with us for some time. Well, it's been some time since they've been with us, but it took some spiritual overcoming. What would you say? Victorious warfare that we got the girls, Zilpha and Ziara. Yes, they are with us. Here is my princess Zilpha. Yes, my princess Zilpha and my princess Ziara. That's right. We got Zion in the building. We got Zeba in the building. Oh, we got Zebediah in the building. Come on, Zeba, don't play with me today. Come on, Zeba, don't play with me today. Hallelujah. Zeba in the building. We got my mother, Jaquilla, in the building. Come on, mommy. And a round of applause for Grandma Jaquilla. Yes, I might be loud. Can you hear me? I have the microphone. It's close by. So my testimony I want to share with you all. The camera's pretty close. Like I said, I'm testing y'all, so I'm trying to get an idea how to maneuver it. But anyhow, okay, Zebediah, silence. All praise to a high in the name of Yeshua. Thank you. So, family, I am so excited and thrilled to share with you all. Let's see, which testimony should I share? My mom, we got the victory over a situation yesterday. I'll let her share that more whenever her time of testimony comes. But yesterday, which was preparation day, I had ordered something early in the week from Target, and it was sent to my old address. And so I was already going that way because we were going to meet with the girls at the park. And when I went to that address, the item that I was supposed to recover was not there. So me and Zeba and children, my mom and us, we all went in prayer. And I spoke to the lady who actually has been still working on the place. And, just trying to give us some updates and make it more relevant to be, accessible for some residents, which it will not be due to the Most High's hand upon that place for the vengeance and the judgment he has upon that area, how he treated his servants and just, past things that area was doing. And that's between the Father. However, blessed be Ahia, because when I've seen the lady, my first instinct wasn't to ask her concerning the items, because there were still some things of mine that were left there, such as rocks from my surrounding flower beds. I want silence in that background. Rocks from my flower beds and things like that. So she let me know, hey, there's anything else in the shed you want, you can have. And I was like really wanting those rocks. So I told her I wouldn't be able to do it today because today is a preparation day, but tomorrow. Now here's the praise report, you all. The grill was sent there early in the morning. Being her that she was there when we got there and the item was not there, we knew something was up. So I didn't get nasty. I didn't get crazy. I didn't even ask her. My mother asked her, hey, would you have happened to see this item? And she immediately was like, what'd she say, Mom?
No. She said no, she hadn't seen it.
She hadn't seen it, huh?
Hasn't been there long or something.
She wasn't there long. And so I said, okay, all is well. Grand risings, happy Shabbat Shalom, beloved, by hearing, beloved sister, welcome. And I was blessed with your video before I went to sleep last night. Well, 3 a.m. But I watched it and I was so thrilled. Bless you, sweetheart, and welcome. So since I didn't get my flesh because I understood how to fight spiritually with the principality, because it's the same woman that wanted me and my children out of the home we were in so quick, fast, in the hurry. And it was also prophesied to me that another sister, beloved sister, that whenever she tries to go have somebody come in here, they will not operate that place. So she tried to make me feel like when I come Sunday or the first day of the week to receive my items, the rest of myself out of that shed, which is removing anything that has possession to me, which is my essence on that land, right? That she would let the people know, which people who are not ready to move in, which was, caught her in her lie. But here's the testimony. Here's the praise report. The praise report was that I realized, okay, she took from me. I was upset. My mother said, let's just go to the park, let the children play, and we'll move along on from there. Well, it was hard time getting the girls that are with me today. These are the girls that we immersed back at my old address, Zilpha and Ziara. Okay. And after they got immersed, there was just some family members that probably, didn't really particularly want me to immerse them, or they just weren't, not that they didn't want me to, but there was not even the person. It was spiritual warfare after these girls were immersed to, and that happens when we get out of the water, it's that testing. Even the Messiah Yeshua went through the same thing. So we understand the warfare. And I let the young ladies know, hey, when you guys get out the water now, it's your testing, it's your proving, it's going through your wilderness stage, right? So here we thank the Father that they are with us, and we got to be with them. So I stopped worrying about the grill. I was upset because I had to wait longer for the package to come. But anyway, there's another one coming in the web. Now, my mother said, "Do you want to say what you said, Mom, or want me to say it?" So my mother said to her, this is what happened. She took the doggone grill. She took it to her house, and she probably had it in her trunk. And when you leave, she's gonna act like as though, oh, your package came and put it there, because conviction. So you guys know, 9 o'clock last night, she texts me and says, hey, your package came, it's on the back porch, or would you like for me to put it in the shed? When Target said that it came early in the AM, so we already knew she took the package, and it said it was delivered. So that's one. So when we went to the park, my mom and I was just reading the word. We were just breaking down scriptures and things like that, building with each other. Mom was giving me some great wisdom, and we got the victory. The girls were able to stay and take part in Shabbat with us, And then after that, oh, Mommy, the door's open. Yeah, the screen door. So then after that, beloveds, we went to my old neighborhood, my old hood. Now, it's been some time since I see my brother. I was able to see my brother. Not only that, but I was ministering, just, I was able to be boots on the ground and talk to two very popular people in that area. And one man was 71 years old. And the other one, he's a boxing champ in our neighborhood. He's the one that, has like the youth centers and helps all the children. I saw another one was a basketball, guy who gets the youth. And out of the three, it was only two that listened and heard me concerning sharing the word of the Most High and who we are, because he had a Black Lives Matter shirt on. And I just wanted to, let him know that our lives matter in the word, and to the Most High we matter. But if his word, the covenant, does not matter to us, then we don't matter, because being called Black and being called African American and being called Hispanics and Native American Indians and Tainos and all these different bywords is not the essence of who we are. So we don't have, by those names they gave us, it's like saying a nickname, or not giving us, not a nickname, but not giving us the respect of who we are. It's the ignoring the fact of who we are called to be, right? And so Mr. I don't want to say their last names out of respect, but those two brothers, I was really through, because at first, sometimes when the word says, let your light so shine, it goes to saying, don't be intimidated, or don't be embarrassed, or don't be um, reluctant to, share the word of the Most High with your fellow brothers and sisters. And because I don't have the luxury to be around them all the time, it was so refreshing to see so many people who knew me. And I know when, like, you can tell when you go into the neighborhoods, or where some people still live in their areas, but for me, I'm sharing my testimony, praise report with you all. And it was refreshing, though it was hurt. I was hurt to see my people broken, my people, trodden down in sin, and not only sin, but looking like things are getting worse. It just simply meant that they need more light. And so, even if one light is able to speak to two who are very popular, like, not popular, but are very influential people in our community, chances or maybe this coming summer, I pray that we could have an event that will spark a revival of repentance and awareness for the youth, because it was sad. Like, I'm speaking to elders, and they're saying, how they're having issues with young men, and they're disrespecting them. And this generation, if there's any young children who are of the generation of this time, and you haven't heard, you don't have a brother, a father, or anyone older to let you know, I want to let you know, out of love, let us please respect our elders. And not only that, but let us, stop making ourselves a mockery and embarrassment, because these other nations that are in our communities, which is the chicken shops and the Chinese shops and the hair stores and these little Arabian little, quick fix marts and all that, they look at us, and they go back to their homes, and they're just shaking their head. And I know when they're thinking, this is supposed to be the children of Jacob. Like, do you see this kind of stuff? This is why people don't really, really make a fuss when things happen to us, because they know it's the Most High punishing us, and that they're probably thinking, well, they don't even love their own selves. Sisters out there twerking in the streets, acting a fool. It was just crazy. But you know what? I prayed, instead of like us saying, oh my gosh, look at that hoochie coochie mama, or turning our nose at them. I just say, Father, I pray, because it was a sister at the gas station. When I saw my brother's still in some things that he's going to need deliverance for. And so that's what between the Most High, and I'm going to handle that in prayer. I put him on before the Father on those things. But it was crazy how I got to see my brother, because he lives in Jersey. So I'm in the car waiting for my food, and my brother comes down the road, and I'm like, is that my brother? Like, this was the Most High, y'all. I meet my brother at the gas station. As I'm at the gas station talking with my brother, there's another sister that, as I'm talking to him, trying to encourage that this brother was a homosexual. I knew him in my life of sin, and he saw me, and I guess he kind of felt intimidated, like, because he had on this like crazy looking clothes, and he was beating himself down. And I want to say to everybody who wants to be a light, let us be a light to the soul of the person and the spirit of the person, and let us not, condemn, talk down, or make fun of, or even focus on the outward of the brokenness. Like the mom said, that the word also says that a broken reed he will not destroy. So let us just, let's just step our mature levels up in heart for our brothers and sisters, because that brother was like, I'm going to the other store to get me a shirt, because he didn't have a shirt on and it was kind of small. And I guess in the presence of me, he probably felt like, oh, please don't judge me. And I said, let me tell you something right now. I said, don't you dare say that about yourself. I said, you need to know your worth within yourselves. When we put on clothes, we're the ones that make the clothes look nice. The clothes don't make us look nice. I said, so if there's anything going on in your life and you didn't have money to get this and the third, I said, guess what? I said, don't beat yourself up. Don't feel bad. Just understand. It was like, bottom line, I didn't care what it was about. I don't care if somebody was mad because they were putting a tire on or whatever the case may be. I just wanted to come through the hood and bring life. I just wanted to bring light. I just wanted to bring strength. And I saw brothers on the corners smoking cigarettes. And I said to those brothers, I had to say, hey, brothers, please stop destroying yourselves like this. I said, you must know your worth. I said, you are worth more than gold. I said, start taking care of yourselves. And I went in the store. And when I walked out, I said that on my way going in the store. And the brother was like, I'm saying, like, they didn't really have nothing to say. But when I walked out, I said, you brothers, I said, you kings take care of yourselves. And when I said, you kings take care of yourselves, they stopped. And they was like, you could see, oh, yo, I'm going to try not to cry. I'm going to try not to cry. Father, but you can see that all our people need is just a vessel of light. Because see, let me tell you something. Our folk ain't always on the internet. When we in our wickedness, we're not on the internet. So in order to reach our people, we got to go to where they are. We got to, like Yeshua, that's why he was sitting with what do you say, the sinners and eating with them. Because how else can the sick see a physician? How else will they be able to hear unless they have someone out there to teach them? And my mother gave me some word that really, really touched my spirit, y'all. I want to speak to my brothers and sisters out there who y'all know we good to being sharp with the sword, but it is really time for us to start being more of healers and uplifters and like pillars and like bearers, because when you think about when Yeshua was in the garden before he was taken, and he realized that Judas was betraying him, and it was other scribes and Pharisees behind him. They was like, not only we got Judas the betrayer, but what is Pharisees so? What is y'all doing behind him? Like, wow, y'all gotta really get this picture in your mind. And one of the soldiers, I believe it was Peter, said, should I get him? And he cut his ear off. And what my mom told me and gave me a blessed breakdown yesterday, she said, baby girl, she said, when we're harsh and we are overbearing, or we're in sharp and unrelatable to the person in their brokenness, we're going to cut that ear off and they're not going to be able to hear. But not only that, some people have had a foundation established that they're not easy to hear you, and they're going to need more, convincing, more grace. Thank you, Mom. Because the word tells us to study to ourselves approved and to prove all things. So the enemy wants us to be frustrated in not being able for them to get where we're at. Like we got there on our own strengths, or we got there overnight. And so the compassion and mercy is what we wanted me to talk about, because I had a dream last night, and sometimes a slight of it is it doesn't come all to my remembrance. But what I can remember is what I heard was Isaiah 54 verses 8. And I want to read that with you all. Children, how y'all doing in there?
Good.
All right. I want y'all to get on some things, and I want y'all to tune in. Here's a computer. Okay, y'all go ahead. Zilpha, you want to use this laptop, Princess, since your phone's not working? All praises. Yes, you did come prepared. Yes, you did, Princess. You better go ahead and lift it. All right. Y'all got a Bible in there? Come get this Bible, Zeba. I'll take it to her. She don't like to be on camera. Y'all bear with me, beloveds. Thank you, my Princess Zilpha. Thank you. That's right. And for future reference, whenever y'all come, y'all bring y'all other one I gave y'all too. So y'all can all have one. I'm going to order y'all some more too. All right. Thank you, Princess. All right, family. We're going to be in Isaiah 54 verses 8. Yes, give us a clean heart, Father, on this blessed set apart day. Let me know when y'all there. I pray you all having a wonderful Sabbath. So like I wasn't summarized back to give the girls time to tune in and everything. It was so refreshing to be amongst my people. It was like the feel like Yeshua when he was on the earth, y'all. I was grateful. It's wonderful to like not have cameras, and you're able to organically just be in the moment and just, touch the hearts of people, and just plant seeds. And I can't say it's Mr. H. I'm gonna say Mr. H because he loved to say his name because see, I'm a military brat, so I didn't grow up in Coatesville. My mother's from Westchester, okay, but to like understand everybody in our area. Everybody knows everybody. They'll ask you what your last name is, and like, okay, you someone, someone's whatever, your child or whatever have you. But my daddy's from the south, so when they ask me my last name, I look like people up north because my mother side of the family is from up north. They're from up here, so they'll see me. That I look familiar to them by face and features. Okay, sweetheart, just keep it there. I'm still in the praise report part, right? And they will say, "Who your daddy is?" And I'm like, "It's not my dad. It's you don't really know me." But they're like, "You so and so. I know you. Y'all know how it is, family." So when the brother I was ministering to wanted to try to talk to me about his relevancy, and I said to him, I said, "Listen, I don't really know you." I said, "But the Father knows you, and I've always watched, I always seen them because the one I was talking to, he was a mechanic, not mechanic, but he was a maintenance man in our high school." So whenever I would see him, all the other children was rude to him, but I would always be respectful to him. And I would always, like when I see him picking up stuff, I would be like, "Hey, you need help," or whatever like that. And here it is, I'm a grown woman. And it was just like every time I see him, he was always loving and welcoming. He even talked to my son, and it was just a blessed thing to be able to, though I'm young in age, ever so growing in the spirit. It was wonderful to be able to touch his heart. And guess what, y'all? The meek and beautiful humility of this 71-year-old man who is very well known in the community. He listened. He heard, and so he was suffering with pain. And I don't want to get too deep into it. I just want y'all to know that I want to challenge y'all this year to go out your way to be a blessing to someone. If you see one of your brothers and sisters getting pulled over on the street, pray for them. You see, the prayers of the righteous availeth much. And so just say, "Father, I pray that you will turn that situation for those children. If they are in the wrong, that you give them an opportunity for their hearts to be turned in this situation. Let this situation not destroy them, but let the situation, have cause them to see you, Father. Let you show up in this situation some way or another. Because even if you driving past somebody and you see people arguing, put a prayer on them. You seeing these bars in our communities, pray the Most High will shut these bars down. That these people in these churches will come out of these churches and will begin to see truth as it is written for him in the beauty of holiness, right? And it's just it's time for us, family, to touch, not just be on the internet, but it's been time to make sure. Because remember, Mr. H, I'm gonna say Mr. H was beating himself up because he's like, "I ain't been to church for some time." And I said, "Listen, remember the Messiah, he was on the streets. He was in the on the ocean. I mean, in the beaches, by the white water side. He was in the city. He was on the go. So nobody need to beat themselves up and say, "I ain't been to church for some time. Come Easter, I'm gonna go to church." No, beloveds, no. You are a temple, and if you seek in the Father in spirit and truth, you open yourself to Him, and He will come in and sup with you. But before he does so, he always requires us to at least acknowledge our sin. And sin is the transgression of his law, and his law is his word. And so, anyway, we are outside of his word, we are breaking his heart. And so, while me and Zion was waiting for the food to be done, I said, "Zion, I want you to look around this neighborhood." I said, "How do you think Ahia feels when he sees his people in this situation?" And he said, "Sad and angry." And that's exactly how all his children, all those who are supposed to be the light, that's how you should feel. So let your sadness cause you to want to take that and stem it up and turn it around to bring forth joy. Try to bring light. And then let that anger be fuel for your motivation to be determined to complete it. All right. Isaiah 54, beloved brothers and sisters. Verse is my mother also, me and her last Shabbat, we broke this, she shared it, and the Father was giving me things to add on to it. And she had a beautiful perspective on it as well. She's not really ready to share on those type of times. I know by faith, mommy will be down the road, because my mother is a very strong, powerful sister with the word. And so one day we'll be able to probably do a duo, or mommy gonna take the stage, take the mic, and do what it do. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and read. I want to put the thing down, not so much on my face. All right, Zion, get this off my thing here, son. Zion, what are you doing? Isaiah 54, verses 8. "In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Ahia, thy Redeemer." So he's basically let me know, but after the dream he showed me, y'all, was like we were all, it was like I was amongst